2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Yes, what lessons have they learned in defeat? If you learn lessons in defeat and can turn it into a victory, well, you never lost, did you?
Look at that. You don't want that ball back.
TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course made on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely, and this hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layout. Hit one close here, and you can expect to make a birdie.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. This putt is about 8 feet. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He's currently tied for second. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
All guns blazing here. They've got full attack mode on.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in two and get rewarded for it.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. A chance to get two back on the course here. This one for eagle.
It was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away. You don't want to miss these.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
The fade didn't come to their aid.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Judging it beautifully.
Currently a couple under for the round. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those and get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's looking at a nice round number 180 here. Well, he means business. Coming out, hitting shots like that against HV3. I think Harold's just as surprised as I am.
Just didn't drop. A par putt awaits. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Here's Harold Varner III. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And that makes him tied for first. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Big time play that one, Beamer.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. So after that hole, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 6 is a tremendous par 4, plenty of golf hole this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to this green. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
You like that, didn't you? And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Opting for the 5-iron. That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Oh, nice looking putt. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss a green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
Oh, come on, you're better than that. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut. Nice out the rough here.
A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This one's for birdie. Ouch, that hurts. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And that will move him to 6 under par. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Nicely done. Time for the second shot at the 10th. This one's going right at the pin here. Wow, what a shot. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This for a birdie run.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Currently in first position. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement in it.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Looking better.
Well played. What an eagle. A quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first place, with Xander Schauffele in second. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yeah, that one will play. Lining up the birdie putt here.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Get excited. This could go in. Geez, making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. And with that hole behind us, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Around 110 yards to go. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. I like the look of this. Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Just needs this one to kick right. Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par now. Well holed. Let's move on. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. In the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
From around 180 yards out. Going with the 5-iron here. Outstanding shot. High quality.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Oh, just missed. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Put every ounce they had into that drive.
Oh, what a shot by our leader. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Beautiful shot. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Going with the hybrid. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in 5th place.
And now we can take a look at how that wonderful play affects the leaderboard. And after that hole, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Xander Schauffele is hot on their heels. Well, what a lovely position to be in, holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one, striped. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot.
Well, the equation's pretty simple. If you chip this in, you'll win the event. didn't that look good for a long time? Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic of New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.